I'm Corey Rose.
And I'm Jordan Chavez. Good morning, everybody. Finally, time to get the car washed. I asked Chris, I said, should I do this, on Monday? He said, wait till Wednesday, Chris. It's on the calendar right now.
You are welcome, right? You're welcome, Jordan. Yeah, now, of course, today's the day to get that car wash. We're not going to have any meaningful rain chances in Denver until Monday. So it's a dry, warm, if not hot stretch for us. It kind of looks that way. Now, one bit of good news. That rain yesterday, you can kind of see it here. Still looks pretty green out into the Golden area and through Lookout Mountain. That will offer us some protection over the next 3 days. It will turn hot, it will turn dry, and it will turn windy, especially Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Not super windy, but windy enough that we will have some elevated fire danger. But that green will protect us, and you can see that green here from the City Park camera as well, or I should say this Cheeseman Park camera as well. 60 degrees right now in the 90s backyard. Satellite radar quiet as could be because that storm system that we had yesterday, we can wave bye-bye to it. It's way off to our east. So today, 84 for us, sunny skies. It's going to be a beautiful day. But then looking ahead, we've got some even hotter conditions to tell you about for the next couple of days. I'll show you how hot it gets in my full forecast. Erica.
All right, Chris, thank you. Let's get you out the door this morning. Traffic impact. We've got some issues out here. I-25 and 144th Avenue this morning on the northbound side. CDOT tried to kind of zoom in. You can see off in the distance on the right-hand side here of the interstate of our camera that we do have a crash out this way. It is adding to delays on northbound I-25 through this area. And then we've got our very standard southbound 225 delays here, at Yosemite Street. So let's take you over now to our map and run through what we have going on. Additionally, we have a wreck along Kipling right at eastbound I-70. It's right where folks try to get on to eastbound I-70 from Kipling. One of the ramps is open, but the right turn lane is closed while a couple cars are being towed out of the way. This is where that crash is. Northbound I-25, 144th, a right lane, right shoulder closed off. We do have lingering delays from an earlier crash for that Denver to Boulder drive, looking at 30 minutes. That's around a 15-minute delay. 15-minute delay as well on westbound I-70 for your drive between E470 and 76, and then a 16-minute delay on southbound 225.
Erica, thank you. This morning, Aurora police are asking for the public's help identifying a group of armed young men who tried to get into an apartment. Police shared this surveillance video of 9 people armed with guns repeatedly knocking on this apartment door off of 6th Avenue and Potomac Street last week. Police say newly arrived Venezuelan immigrants were inside the apartment they tried to enter. Investigators believe the group tried to intimidate and extort them. Officers arrested 2 people and are now looking for at least 7 others.
I look at these individuals like a cancer. They are not a benign cancer. They are a cancer that is causing victimization. They are a cancer that must be addressed. They must be cut out and they must be stopped.
Police could not say if those people are gang members and specifically whether they belong to the Venezuelan gang TDA. They say that is still under investigation.
This morning, a man wanted in a deadly mobile home fire is now in custody. Sterling police say that 28-year-old Brandon Harriman was wanted in connection with an early morning fire last Thursday at a mobile home on Weston Court. Sterling police say after crews put out the flames, they found a person dead inside. That person has not been identified yet, but investigators do believe that Harriman knew them. He is now facing charges of first-degree murder and arson.
This morning, thousands of gaming consoles are gone. The Arapahoe County Sheriff's Office says they were stolen out of the back of a semi-truck on its way through Colorado. This happened last week. The truck driver noticed his cargo was missing at a truck stop in Bennett. Thieves got multiple pallets full of the Nintendo Switch 2 consoles. 2,800 were taken at $499 a pop. That's more than $1 million in stolen consoles, so it's no small haul. Steve Beatty with MSU Denver says don't expect to see those swiped Switches at pawn shops or on Craigslist.
Because they're stolen, I would expect them to head to the dark web pretty quickly, unless they're shipped out of country.
Beatty says the devices each have a serial number. When you log in, you have to register it. That's how you play or get updates. Nintendo and law enforcement can use that to track the device. Anyone with information about the theft should contact the Arapahoe County Sheriff's Office. Their number is 720-874-8477.
New this morning, the Douglas County Sheriff's Office has a new tool to safely stop cars their deputies are chasing. This is called the Grappler system. And this morning, 9 News reporter Brianna Fernandez is joining us live in studio. Brianna, this is going to change things quite a bit because right now departments are really focusing on pit maneuvers and stop sticks.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So this new device will be an extra tool for deputies. So I want you guys to take a look at this data from Douglas County Sheriff's Office. In 2024, the Sheriff's Office had 49 pursuits. This year, they've had 11 so far. Actually, the most recent happened just last week. This is some video body cam footage from the Douglas County Sheriff's Office. So they got an alert about a stolen car. They tried to pull the driver over, but the suspect just kept on going. So deputies started a pursuit. They deployed stop sticks, which deflated some tires, and then the pit maneuver was used as well. Now the grappler system will let deputies have a new option. So here's how it works. The device uses a rope. You can see it right here on your screen. That's in front of the police cruiser. Deputies get really close to the car that they're chasing and they release the cable, which wraps around the rear tire. So each device costs $8,000, and according to Sheriff Darren Weekly, they will probably add more units in the future.
One of the biggest reasons that we have these pursuits is because of stolen vehicles. Stolen vehicles is the nexus for most property crimes and even some persons crimes like robbery. So in Douglas County, we just simply are not going to tolerate it. We're going to bring these things to a safe conclusion and put bad guys in jail.
Yeah, so a pretty cool device. The Douglas County Sheriff's Office is not the only department that has this. The Colorado State Patrol Office, they've used this device since 2023. They have 28 available around the state. Troopers also tell me that they've seen success with the grappler device, especially when it comes to stopping stolen vehicles and helping other agencies. Just last week, CSP used this device to help Commerce City. For now, I'm in the studio. Brianna Fernandez for 9 News.
Brianna, thank you. Speed cameras will soon start tracking cars in construction zones along Highway 119 between Longmont and Boulder. It's in response to a rise in work zone crashes across the state. The cameras will be live starting next month. CDOT says automated vehicle identification systems will track cars going about 10 miles per hour or more over the speed limit. At first, the owners of cars will be mailed warnings. CDOT says they'll start getting $75 tickets in the fall. The agency says work zone crashes last year killed 31 people. That's nearly double the number of deaths from the year before.
Well, it's hard to fight fires without firefighters, and the U.S. Forest Service may have allowed too many of them to resign. Now they are asking people who took government buyout offers to come back and help them during this summer's fire season. The U.S. Forest Service and USDA lost too many fire personnel when Elon Musk and President Trump offered government workers deferred resignations earlier this year. Now they are asking employees who already resigned to come back to work for fire assignments this summer. Vaughn Jones is the chief of Wildland Fire for the Colorado Division of Fire Prevention and Control. While he says Colorado is as prepared as it can be for the summer fire season, he also acknowledges that resources may be stretched pretty thin.
As far as, sending out resources outside the boundary of Colorado, it's always going to be based on, what our conditions are here, trying to support our partners who support us, but we've got to take care of the home front. And maybe as we get a little bit busier this summer, we'll be a little bit more restrictive with that than we have in the past.
President Trump issued a hiring freeze for the federal government when he took office. Wildland firefighters were exempted from that in April by the Agriculture Secretary, saying that they are crucial to national security and public safety.